You're always going to have somebody that does not agree with you, that's watching you, that's hoping that you crash and burn. There's no need to say anything about them. Just do what you've been called to do. Stick to the plan. Pray for them and keep it moving.
Don't pray for me. You pray for my enemies, because they're the ones who need it the most. My enemies aren't willing to do what it takes, and they wonder why I'm ahead. I'm ahead because I have the consistency, and my enemies aren't built like that, my friend. So you pray for my enemies.
Let them talk about you. Let them drag your name through the mud. Let them lie. Let them try to put a black eye on your reputation. And you keep giving, and you keep pouring, and you keep believing, and you keep pushing. I don't care what they say. Eventually, your enemy will become your footstool.
Pray for your enemies. Probably sometimes more than you pray for yourself.
Because my enemies don't understand. They don't understand the grind. They don't understand the hustle. They don't understand coming back from adversity to come out on top, my friend.
But they don't know the pain that we went through to make it through. I pray for my enemies and any man that stand against me.
I pray for my enemies. I pray for everybody that want me to quit, everybody that want me to throw in the towel, everybody that believes the dream is too big to be fulfilled, that the destiny is impossible. But I'm possible, and I pray for you.
Because my enemies would rather sleep than grind. My enemies would rather lay down than get up and fight. My enemies would rather talk junk for the rest of their life and look at me like I'm crazy, because they don't understand the work. They don't understand the grind, my friend. So you pray for my enemies.
I pity the man that want me to lose. I can't. I've come too far. Don't let him get in your head. Haters and naysayers and enemies are always going to try to get in your head and puncture your progress and fight you tooth and nail, trying to get you not to believe in this great vision, this dream. Enemies are a part of life. Enemies are inevitable. As sure as the sun is in the sky, you will always face opposition. You will always face some type of an obstacle. You will always face somebody in your space attempting to discourage you and stop you from what it is that you believe you've been assigned to do. It is inevitable. Oftentimes, many of us never discover what we're made of until we cross paths with someone who tells us we're nothing. They want to see you snap.
You pray for my enemies, because they're the ones who need it the most. I'm already ahead, and I'm powered by God, but my enemies won't understand that. My enemies will never understand what it takes to come out victorious, because they'd rather make excuses and blame other people instead of taking accountability in themselves, my friend. Because while I'm running in the cold, forbidden rain, you know what my enemies are doing? My enemies are sleeping. My enemies are bathing in jealousy. My enemies are living in envy, because they don't have the consistency. They don't have the dedication to get up every single day and make it happen, my friend. So you pray for my enemies, because my enemies are the ones who need it the most.
I pray for my enemies. For the men that told me I'd never be nothing. Told me I'd die in them projects, be a drug dealer like my father, sell dope like my family. I pray for my enemies. They told me that I could never go to college. They told me I could never educate myself. But I realized I was greater than that. They would rather see you die than be what you were born to be. I remember the night I got the phone call and they told me that my mother was gone. I also remember the night I got the phone call and I realized my father was gone. That was the night my enemies rejoiced. That was the night they thought I was finished. But I was just getting started. The enemy hates you. But if they hate us and we love them, eventually they'll bow down. I pray for my enemies.
There's always going to be somebody that tells you that you are not enough, that you don't measure up, that you don't have the right connections, that you're not smart enough, that you don't have the work ethic, that you don't have the wisdom, the understanding. You can't allow the naysayers, the onlookers, the haters, the enemies to see you sweat. I just need somebody that's out there to hear me. When you are surrounded by people trying to discourage you from accomplishing a thing, it is possible to silence the crowd, to silence the doubters, to silence the people that said you're finished, that said you're done. It is possible to silence them and prove them all wrong. Stay the course, no matter the cost. Pay the price to stay focused.
What you gotta understand, ladies and gentlemen, is people wanna see you quit. It's gonna be people in your family, people in your workspace, people at your school. It's gonna be people all over the world that just hate you because you.
You know, they say new levels, new devils. That saying is a quote that illustrates a reality that at the door of every opportunity is an enemy, an adversary. There will be adversity. Just because the door's been opened doesn't mean that everybody's going to want you to walk through it.
Because my enemies don't understand. They don't understand the grind. They don't understand the hustle. They don't understand coming back from adversity to come out on top, my friend.
You don't have to be one who was born freakishly talented to accomplish something. If you are facing an enemy right now, if you are facing an insurmountable feat, if you are facing anything big, it is because you are at the precipice of the greatest blessing and the greatest promotion of your life. You have a destiny to fulfill. You have an assignment that you have to walk in. You have no time to pour energy into conversations about people who don't believe in you. Pray for your enemies. The people that do not want to see you win, the people that want to see you suffer in silence, the people that want you depressed, the people that want you to quit, the people that want you to throw in the towel. It is a beautiful thing to keep going, to persevere, to triumph right in the midst of adversity, but not just to prove them wrong, to prove yourself wrong. Pray for your enemies, but whatever you do, do not stop.